Welcome back to the firing line, everyone. Let us cut right through the noise of today's tactical market. If you spend enough time scrolling the internet, you will hear a persistent rumor going around. The industry wants you to believe that you need to drop $3,000 on a modular aluminum chassis rifle just to ring steel or take game. I am here to tell you that is absolute nonsense. Today, we are going back to our roots. We are looking at 5 legendary platforms that do not just sit in a climate-controlled safe. These are blue-collar working guns. These are the exact wood and steel implements that tamed the frontier, defended homesteads, and kept American freezers fully stocked for the last century. They are built from forged steel and solid American walnut, and frankly, they will still outshoot half of the precision-machined plastic sitting on the dealer racks right now. Let us break down exactly why these heritage platforms remain the absolute kings of the field. Number 5. The Marlin 336. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the undisputed champion of the dense timber, the Marlin 336. Ever since it hit the market back in 1948, this specific lever action has likely harvested more North American game than any other rifle design in existence. This is the quintessential working man's carbine. Most of the time, you are going to find this chambered in the venerable 30-30 Winchester. Now, the sheer engineering genius of the 336 lies in its receiver geometry. Unlike its biggest rival, Marlin engineered this gun with a solid top strap and a side ejection port. That means you can slap a modern piece of glass right on top of the receiver without needing an engineering degree or weird offset mounts. It runs a tubular magazine securely slung under the barrel, which keeps the entire package completely snag-free when you are pushing through heavy brush. I always tell folks, if you can get your hands on a model stamped between the 1950s and the 1980s, you are holding a masterclass in American manufacturing. We are talking about deep, rich bluing and a wood-to-metal fit that simply does not exist in factory guns anymore. It is incredibly compact, its shoulders lightning fast, and inside of 200 yards, it is absolutely devastating on medium game. You do not add a 336 to your collection to flex on social media. You run this gun because it delivers reliable, hard-hitting performance every single time you press that trigger. Here are the pros. First, that side-ejecting receiver makes mounting modern optics incredibly simple. That gives you a massive tactical advantage over traditional top-ejecting lever guns. Second, the lever stroke is remarkably smooth right out of the factory. That translates to extremely rapid follow-up shots if your first round does not immediately anchor the threat or the target. Third, the logistical advantage is undeniable. You can walk into virtually any rural hardware store or gas station in the country and find a box of 30-30 Winchester sitting on the shelf. Now for the cons. Because you are feeding a tubular magazine, you are heavily restricted to flat-nose projectiles to prevent a chain detonation in the tube. You can run Hornady Lever Revolution polymer tips, but traditional ammo limits your ballistic coefficient severely. Next, effectively running a lever gun requires dedicated manual dexterity. Under stress, it is significantly slower and more prone to short stroking than a semi-automatic if you have not put in the training hours. Finally, if you are buying an older, used model, you have to carefully inspect the loading gate and the cartridge elevator. Those specific mechanical parts take a serious beating over 70 years of cycling. Number 4. The Winchester Model 94. Stepping into the number 4 spot, we have a literal American icon, the Winchester Model 94. This is the very rifle credited with winning the West, or at the very least, it is the rifle that Hollywood directors convinced all of us won the West. With well over 7 million units rolling off the assembly line since 1894, this stands as the most commercially successful sporting rifle design on the planet. This masterpiece was born from the mind of John Moses Browning himself. It is an incredibly lightweight, perfectly balanced carbine, and again, you will usually find it chambered in 30-30 Winchester. The most striking feature of the 94 is how remarkably slim the receiver is. You can literally wrap your entire hand around the action, making it the ultimate tool for one-handed carry on a long hike. If you are browsing the used racks and spot a pre-1964 model, do not hesitate, just buy it. The metallurgy and the intricate machining from that specific era are considered collector grade by today's standards. Now, unlike the Marlin, this platform ejects its spent brass straight up and out of the top. It looks incredibly dramatic on camera, but it is an absolute nightmare if you want to mount traditional glass. There is a reason this was the go-to saddle gun for ranchers and law enforcement officers patrolling the frontier. It is brutally rugged, it is mechanically simple, and when you shoulder it, it points like a natural extension of your own arm. Owning a Model 94 is not just about sending lead downrange. It is about acting as a custodian for a physical piece of American firearms heritage. Here are the pros. First, the historical pedigree is absolutely unmatched. Holding this rifle connects you directly to the blood, sweat, and tradition of the American frontier. Second, it remains one of the fastest-handling shoulder-fired weapons ever produced. It is mathematically perfect for snap shooting in tight, dense cover. Third, the mechanical simplicity of the Browning design means there are very few failure points. It is ultra-reliable, even when neglected. Now for the cons. That iconic top ejection trajectory completely ruins traditional scope mounting. You are forced to run a forward-mounted scout scope or a bulky side mount system, which ruins the balance. Next, the collector market has absolutely ruined the pricing on pre-1964 models. You are going to pay a massive premium just to acquire 70-year-old steel. Finally, shoving rounds through that side-loading gate is famous for pinching your thumb, and if you do not seat those rimmed cartridges with authority, they can easily hang up inside the receiver. Number 3. The Remington 700. Transitioning over to the bolt-action world at number 3, we have the legendary Remington 700. When this platform launched back in 1962, it completely rewrote the gold standard for bolt-action accuracy. I like to call this the Lego set of the precision rifle world. Remington utilized a cylindrical receiver design specifically to cut down on post-war manufacturing costs. But as a byproduct, that tubular design turned out to be incredibly rigid and spectacularly easy to glass bed into a stock for maximum precision. The footprint of this action is so inherently accurate that the United States military adopted it as the foundation for both the M40 and the M24 sniper weapon systems. You can literally walk into any competent gunsmith shop in America, hand them a factory 700, and they can machine it into a sub-MOA tack driver. Mechanically, it runs a push-feed system featuring a deeply recessed bolt face and a reliable plunger-style ejector. You can find this action chambered in absolutely everything from the tiny .223 Remington all the way up to the massive shoulder-bruising Magnums. For countless American shooters, a wood-stocked Model 700 BDL, or a synthetic ADL, was their very first introduction to high-power centerfire rifles. It is devastatingly accurate, infinitely customizable, and it just works. Here are the pros. First, the aftermarket support for this footprint is completely unrivaled by any other bolt gun. You can find drop-in chassis systems, match-grade barrels, and precision triggers from hundreds of manufacturers. Second, the out-of-the-box accuracy is frequently mind-blowing. A stock factory rifle will often shoot right alongside a custom build that costs 3 times the money. Third, the sheer variety of available calibers is staggering. You can build a rig for vaporizing prairie dogs, or you can build one for dropping massive bull elk in the Rocky Mountains. Now for the cons. You absolutely must be educated on the historical Walker trigger safety recalls affecting older models. Always verify the serial number and ensure your trigger group is safe, or just drop in an aftermarket upgrade immediately. Next, if you buy a budget-tier ADL model, you are getting a flexible, hollow plastic stock. That forend will flex and make contact with your barrel, completely destroying your harmonic accuracy. Finally, in a true worst-case scenario involving freezing mud or heavy carbon fouling, a push-feed extractor is theoretically more prone to failure than a controlled round-feed setup. Number 2. The Winchester Model 70. Securing the number 2 position is the legendary rifleman's rifle, the Winchester Model 70. And to be highly specific, we are talking exclusively about the pre-1964 pattern actions. When Winchester dropped this in 1936, they essentially took the combat-proven Mauser system and refined it into an American masterpiece. The absolute heart and soul of this platform is the controlled round feed mechanism. Instead of pushing the cartridge into the chamber, it utilizes a massive non-rotating claw extractor. That claw aggressively grips the rim of the cartridge the exact millisecond it leaves the magazine feed lips. I always explain it like this. You could literally hang upside down from a tree branch, aggressively run this bolt, and it will flawlessly feed and extract every single time. It also pioneered the brilliant 3-position wing safety located right on the bolt shroud. This allows you to mechanically lock the firing pin while still allowing the bolt to cycle so you can safely unload a live chamber. If you talk to professional dangerous game guides up in Alaska or over in Africa, the Model 70 is frequently the only action they will trust with their lives. When you have a 1,200-pound brown bear closing the distance at 30 miles an hour, a failure to feed is a death sentence. The factory trigger is mechanically brilliant in its simplicity, breaking cleanly like a glass rod. Whether you are carrying a sleek featherweight model up a mountain or admiring a polished supergrade in your study, this rifle exudes pure class. Here are the pros. First, that controlled round feed mechanism provides absolute, uncompromising reliability. It guarantees the weapon cycles perfectly under massive adrenaline dumps or from compromised shooting positions. Second, that 3-position wing safety is universally regarded as the greatest safety mechanism ever designed for a bolt-action rifle. Third, these specific rifles are practically inflation-proof. They hold their monetary value exceptionally well, acting as both a primary hunting tool and a rock-solid financial asset. Now for the cons. These rifles carry a lot of mass. All of that beautifully machined, forged steel adds up quickly, and your shoulder will definitely feel it after a 10-mile backcountry hike. Next, the pre-1964 models command an exorbitant premium on the used market. You will routinely pay far more for a vintage Model 70 than you would for a brand new, high-end precision rifle. Finally, you cannot just buy drop-in parts off the internet like you can with a Remington. Fitting a new barrel or tuning the action usually requires the hands of a highly skilled, old-school gunsmith. Number 1. The Mauser 98. Taking the absolute top spot, we have the undisputed grandfather of modern ballistics, the Mauser 98. Brilliantly engineered by Paul Mauser back in 1898, this is the singular design against which every modern bolt-action rifle is ultimately measured. It was built from the ground up to be the ultimate combat-ready bolt-action weapon. The receiver is engineered with a massive, large ring-forward profile for extreme pressure containment. It also features a redundant third safety lug at the rear of the bolt body. Mauser even integrated massive gas escape vents directly into the bolt. If you ever suffer a catastrophic primer blowout, those vents direct the high-pressure gas safely away from your face and eyes. This action is, for all intents and purposes, completely indestructible. The sheer mechanical leverage of that legendary Mauser extractor claw is terrifying. If the brass rim does not shear off, that spent casing is coming out of the chamber, no matter how badly it is stuck. While millions of these were cranked out purely for global military contracts, American sportsmen very quickly caught on to their potential. They realized these surplus actions provided the ultimate bomb-proof foundation for building custom big-game rifles. Even today in the 21st century, the most incredibly expensive bespoke hunting rifles commissioned out of London are still built around original Mauser 98 actions. It handles the insane chamber pressures of dangerous game magnums without breaking a sweat. Now, I will be honest with you. It is not the fastest action to cycle, and it is absolutely not the lightest piece of hardware to carry. But if you are in a situation where your actual survival depends on your rifle running flawlessly through mud, sand, and driving snow, the Mauser 98 stands alone. Here are the pros. First, the reliability is absolute and unquestionable. That massive extractor and controlled feed system were forged in the trenches of global warfare, not designed on a sunny shooting bench. Second, the structural integrity of the action is immense. It is fully capable of handling the most violently powerful Magnum cartridges with a massive margin of safety. Third, it holds the title of the most historically significant bolt action ever conceived. It literally serves as the mechanical blueprint for modern firearms engineering. Now for the cons. Taking a raw military surplus action and sporterizing it into a refined hunting rifle requires a massive amount of expensive gunsmithing labor. Next, the massive firing pin assembly creates a very slow lock time. That fraction of a second delay between your trigger press and primer ignition can negatively impact highly precise, long-range shots. Finally, the bolt throw is incredibly long. When you compare it to the slick 60-degree throw of a modern Tikka, the Mauser can feel slightly agricultural and clunky. So there you have it, folks. 5 absolute legends that prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you do not need the latest aerospace aluminum gadgetry to be a highly proficient rifleman. These specific platforms have survived the ultimate test of time for a very good reason. They are brutally rugged, they are mechanically reliable, and unlike modern plastic, they actually have a soul. Now I want to turn it over to you guys. Drop down into the comments right now and let me know, which one of these legendary classics is sitting inside your gun safe today? And more importantly, I want to settle this right here. Are you a Winchester loyalist, or do you bleed Remington green? Let us get a solid debate going down below. If you got some value out of this breakdown today, do me a favor, smash that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for more unapologetic, no-nonsense firearms content. Keep training hard, stay hyper-vigilant, and I will see you guys on the range.